6-yard line. They come to the line of scrimmage, first down. The Raiders come out in the pistol. And here we go, the first snap of the second half. The hit knocks the ball out incomplete. Looking at the highlights now, here's a quarterback who has handled the pressure well today, Phil.
If they find a way to win this game, I'll tell you what, he is going to be very proud when it's over. To play well in such tough conditions, when the offensive line struggles, that's pretty good stuff.
Second down now. McFadden lines up in the backfield. And gains about 1.
McFadden's a dangerous runner when you give him room to run, but there is no room this time. What a job by the defense. They bottled him up for a short game.
After that run, it's still 3rd and 9 to go. And Holmes is lined up in the slot. Takes it from the gun. Incomplete, and this is going to be a 3-and-out.
There's a difference. When you play zone, you drop back and you watch the quarterback and you react to the football. When you're playing man-to-man, all you're worried about is where that receiver goes. You try to shadow him, look for the football, and try to make a play.
This time as it's headed to the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks are getting set for their next possession. Russell Wilson has it under center. The defense comes out of the nickel. 1st and 10. Lynch has handed the football. Lynch is tackled down.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt. When you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
Offense lines up here. 2nd down and 6. Great pass. Great catch. Great control.
Good job by the offense picking up a first down there. They've been terrific all day long. They're winning the football game, and they are tiring this defense out.
That play is going to be challenged. Challenge flag is out. There's no question he caught the ball, but there is a question whether or not he got both feet in bounds.
Well, first off, you want to make sure it's a clean catch on the sidelines. Does he have possession of the football? And then once you declare he has possession of the football, let's look down at both feet, see if they're in bounds, and don't forget, you must maintain possession of the football as you go to the ground.
So he challenged the play, and the coach's challenge does not pay off.
Well, I agree with the head coach still. I would have made this challenge because it was so important to the outcome of the game, and it was a little bit of a gamble, but it was worth it.
Russell Wilson has it under center. Lynch is going to take the handoff down. Lynch is tackled down.
Another running attempt by the offense, and there's a reason why this running back is in the top 10 in rushing attempts so far this season. They love to pound the football.
This will be 2nd down. Offense lines up here. Right back to him one more time. That'll put them in what we call plus territory.
This offense counts on this running back every single week, and he delivers. The top rusher in the NFL once again breaks tackles, makes a beautiful run, and picks up big yards.
able to move the chains after that last run. Russell Wilson has it under center. Will go ground. Ball was out, and the defense has it. In on the stop.
And the one thing we know about
comes out in the pistol. First down at the 20. Wilson's able to fake it to the line and still has it. He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
If you have a quarterback who is accurate as this guy is, he sees man-to-man coverage, he is going to get the completion.
Second down, even after the completion. Lynch is lined up directly behind the quarterback here. Screen pass to Harvin. Burnett's all over the ball carrier.
Great situation to be in for the defense right here. It's third long, and even though their team is losing the game, you can get after the quarterback and hope you can find a way to force a turnover.
Turbin takes his spot in the backfield. Wilson from the shotgun. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Tackled down at the 47.
A lot of people talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's overblown, but in a situation like this, where you're winning a close game in the second half, you want to control the tempo, control the clock, keep getting those first downs.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. This play set up by the long gainer. Here's the handoff to Marshawn Lynch. Lynch is tackled down.
Another big day for the running back. He came into today's game in the top 10 in the NFL rushing yards, and he just added to those yards. Nice run.
Russell Wilson has it under center. Second down and 7. Keeps it here. But that's an interception. He's brought down. Good running back. On this passing down, the defense comes out in the nickel. And intercepted. Unstoppable. He's at the 50, the 40. Into the open, the 20. Nice tackle.
That was an awesome dunk.
Holmes is in the slot. And he's taken down.
On the right side, Jim, the right tackle and the right guard. They look confused. They don't know what to do, so they just get run over, and the quarterback falls down.
Try over again on second down. The wide receiver shifting around in motion. And they'll end up losing 5 yards on the run.
Tough situation you found yourself in. Third and long, don't, you're losing the football game. There are not many plays here that are going to pick up the first down. So be careful here. Don't be too aggressive. If you're too aggressive, you will make a mistake.
Third down, following the run. Loading up with extra defensive backs in the dime. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. We'll be back to Oakland for the start of the fourth after this. The Raiders have the football as the fourth quarter gets started. The defense looking for one more stop here on third down after that run. It's a dime look for the defense on this play. Here is the first snap of the final quarter. Oh, almost picked off that time.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. Third and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
All set to punt here. The Seahawks getting set now for the next series. Offense lines up here. First and 10. Lynch. Lynch is tackled and head.
This offense relies on this running back as much as any offense in the NFL. That's the reason why he's in the top 10 of carries so far this season.
Second down here. Russell Wilson has it under center. He'll keep it on the play fake. The Seahawks get a first down.
When you can't hit the quarterback or put pressure on him, there's not much you're going to get done then. That time, quarterback had time and throws it down the field for another completion.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Here's the handoff and no run. That'll stop the play right there.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job on the offensive line.
Offense lines up here. Keeps it here. Looking to the right side and throwing. Wilson's there to catch a ball that had a lot of heat on it. We've got a player down, so we'll step aside and be back in just a moment. We're back after the injury timeout, and Danielle Bellini will have the update on the injury in just a moment.
Well, they're teaching all these guys in the NFL, don't hit high, and we might be seeing more of this, lower body injuries, because the defensive players, they're learning. Hit them lower. Won't get any flags thrown that way.
Here's the first snap after the big play. Lynch has got it on the handoff, and they bring it down at the 33-yard line.
What a beautiful long run by the running back. Once again, he just proves why he's one of the best in the NFL. He's in the top 10 so far this year.
Second and 8.
force all season long. He loves to carry the football. The offense keeps giving it to him. Big reason why he's in the top 10 in rushing attempts so far this year.
That last play was a run. Third down coming up. Two tight ends on the field here. Lynch is going to secure the handoff. This offense can't be stopped on third down no matter the distance.
The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. First down at the 16. They'll run it here. He's stacked up at that point.
Nice situation here for the offense. They move the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
And it's now 2nd down and 5 after running it on first down. Harvin's going to get set in the slot for this snap. Wilson with the give. The Seahawks now move the chains.
If I'm on the defense and the offense is this close to scoring, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I am sending everybody. I am going to gamble that it is a run. If they have the courage to throw it, let them. If they do, of course it'll be a touchdown.
New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground. Here's the handoff from Lynch. That's a gain of only a yard.
Jim, the offensive coordinator, has done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. You're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
Mounting a serious drive. 2nd and goal from the 2. Lynch goes for only a yard.
It's third and goal right here in a close game. This offense, they want to take control. If they score right here, that could give them control of this game.
Inches to go. What a drive this has been. 3rd and goal from the 1. That's a touchdown. Able to take it across from just a couple of yards out.
Well, that's really having deep belief in your offensive line. And then 3rd and goal, your offensive line just road grades the defense out there to get the touchdown running the football.
The Seahawks line up now for the point after. Makes the PAT. Ready to return the kickoff. Fields the football at the 3. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. The Raiders come to the line to start this drive at the 24. Defense comes out in a 4-6 formation from the gun. Jarring hit that time. Knocks the ball free.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make skips. Yeah, right. The guy that made that rule up wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit that time by the defender.
He's setting up here. He's been sacked 5 times today. Really been beat up. Brings it into his body. Stiff arms to stay on his feet.
Good route that time by the wide receiver on the out route. Nice throw by the quarterback. This is what they call a timing route. Well, they were right on time.
3rd and short following the completion. The defense comes out in the dime. And the give to Darren McFadden. Nothing up the middle here. Wagner on the stop.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defense that time. They diagnosed the running play, they got it in the backfield, and they tackled the runner for a loss.
King is back now. He'll be punting. The Seahawks get ready to start their drive. Lynch is in the backfield. Single back set. First down at the 20. Handoff made. Still powering ahead. For a gain of about 5.
You're an offensive lineman. You can line up and just run the football straight ahead and pick up those kind of yards. You are going to get into the head of the defense. You're basically saying, we're tougher than you are, and we're just going to come right at you.
Russell Wilson has it under center. Midway through the 4th quarter. They bring him down at the 29-yard line.
22 gets the ball on the move. Gain of 4 on the play.
Third down here. Offense trying to pick up the first. They bring in the extra tight end. Here's the handoff to Marshawn Lynch. And he's going to be tackled right around the 35-yard line.
3rd short. I don't know what you do anymore. I've given up. Do you throw it? Do you run it? Do you have that kind of faith in your offensive line? Well, the offense does. They run the football. Great job by the offensive lineman, giving that running back a chance to get that first down.
First down at the 35. Keeps it on the play fake. Wilson's off the mark there. Incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit here, though. And they are all over the receivers, all over the field, nowhere to throw it, and it just results in an incompletion.
Second down after the incompletion. Play number 6 coming up on this drive. Wilson's got it in the gun. Heaving it down the field. Incomplete. Almost going in the other direction.
Well, the defense is having to get off the field. They stopped the 3rd down try by the offense, but they're upset because they had a chance for the turnover, and they dropped the sure interception.
That ball was never cleanly caught, and it's on the ground. He's brought down at the 25-yard line.
What a lucky play that time by the return team. They fumble the football. Nobody's hustling, but somehow they find a way to recover their own fumble.
They've come out in the dime package. The Raiders will take the snap from the 25. The defense gets the sack.
That time the quarterback didn't hold the football. The left side of the line they just collapsed, He doesn't even feel it or see it, and he goes down for the sack.
They are set back in long-distance territory after that sack. Second down coming up. Loading up with extra defensive backs into dime. Dropping back now into the shotgun. Finds his mark. Wagner's there to make the stop.
That was a nice shot by the offense. It just puts them in a better position. Nice little throw and catch.
Third down now. Jones-Drew's a running back, but he's in the slot for this play. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down. Fourth down, close to the first, so the offense stays on the field. Big set here for the defense, lining up in the 4-6. The Raiders have it at the 34. McFadden has it out of the eye.
I can't give all the credit to the offense here. They go for it on fourth down here in the second half. Even though they're losing, the defense should have known that that play was coming, and they should have stopped it.
Jones-Drew's a running back normally, but this time lined up as a receiver in the slot. First down and 10. Darren McFadden will run with it. And they are in on McFadden.
Nothing like the draw play. Get those defensive ends rushing up the field to hit the quarterback. Boom! You hand the football off. Big running lanes. That's why it works so well.
That'll be 2nd and 4 after the running play. It's a dime look for the defense on this play. Drop back, shotgun formation.
Throw to the left.
My goodness, what a hit. And the ball falls incomplete.
Let's just tell it like it is, Jim Nance. His receiver's not a very tough guy. Because he gets hit, it should have been a complete pass. When he gets hit, he just throws that football on the ground, and the pass is incomplete.
The Raiders come out in the pistol. 3rd and 4. Screen. Brings it in. Nothing up the middle here. Wagner on the stop. Going for it on 4th down. The Raiders come to the line with an empty backfield. The Raiders from the 37. They're switching sides with this one. Ball's going the other way.
There's nothing worse to a quarterback than having an offensive lineman getting driven back in his way. That time the right side of the line collapses, and it leads to a sack of the QB.
This series begins for the offense with a very good chance to score. Russell Wilson has it under center. Now 1st and 10. Lynch. Run it right.
There's nothing like big running plays for an offense. It just makes the offensive lineman feel powerful, gives great confidence to the play caller. There's a reason why this guy's in the top 10 rushing yards so far this season.
And here we have 2nd down. will be a loss of 1 on the play.
How about the defensive line? Getting that penetration, getting off the football at the snap, and getting it done, getting in the backfield and making that tackle.
3rd down, following the run. Just 2 minutes left in this one now. Back in a row. We return out of the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter action. The defense looking for one more stop here on 3rd down after that run. Offense lines up here. Going for the deep ball. Could have been intercepted.
The defense did everything right in that situation. They were like smart. They were smart. They read the quarterback's eyes, but they dropped the pass.
Puts it through the uprights. Needed plenty of leg on that one.
They get a great field position, man. You got to take advantage of it. The offense didn't do it. I blame the coach. Those were terrible play calls, but a good kick by the kicker.
The Raiders ready to return the kickoff. Casey's going to start his return. And the tackle is made right around the 32-yard line. First down here. The Seahawks come out in a dime package from the gun. Throws to the right. Looks but can't connect on the short throw.
That is so tough to do. Be that close to these receivers and deflect the pass without getting a penalty. Good job.
After the incomplete pass, it brings up 2nd down. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one.
That's another sack by the defense. I'll tell you what, the quarterback holds the football too long, but I blame the offensive coordinator. Call some shorter passes so he can get rid of the football.
Tight ends in motion here. Out of the shotgun formation. On the money. They bring him down, and the offense fails to pick up a first down on 3 plays. They'll go right to the hurry-up. Won't use a timeout here. That's a failed conversion, but you might as well look at it like a turnover. It's going back the other way.
That's what you call pressure. When everything around the quarterback, they're all at his feet. The offensive linemen are around him. He sees the arms of the defensive linemen all reaching for him. There's nothing he can do but fall to the ground.
They're happy to begin this drive from this point. Jackson's setting up now in the pistol. First down at the 28. Set up screen. And this pass goes incomplete as he was looking short that time. It's now 2nd down. Jackson's lining up in the pistol. Now on the move. Looking to go down. Touchdown in the late stages.
Well, just put the icing on the cake, Jim, whatever you want to say, because now the lead's too big, not enough time for the other team to come back. Great job by the offense.
The Seahawks now lined up for the extra point. Inside of the uprights. The Seahawks will kick it off here in a moment. Their offense did a good job of finishing off a drive that was really started by the defense, when the defense stood tall on 4th down. The Raiders ready to return the kickoff. Fields the football at the 3. It's out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. Raiders come to the line. They'll start this drive at the 24. Offense lines up here. 1st and 10. Stewart's got it at first. First down here after the completion. Going to the hurry up. Under a minute to go here. Second down. The Seahawks sat at the line. Dime package from the gun. Should have that one, but it goes incomplete.
So many times when you drop a football in the NFL, a pass like that, it's because of lack of concentration. You're just not serious about what you're doing.
Following that incompletion, it sets up 3rd and 10. The defense comes out in the dime. He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun. The pass is incomplete. There was no one open.
Well, quarterbacks know on 3rd down they got to make a decision and get rid of this football because the defense, they are coming after you. That time just not good enough, and he throws an incompletion.
Bring the ball out to the 20. The Seahawks getting ready now to start their drive. Jackson's going to be in the pistol here. First down at the 20. The give. Middle. He's going to be tackled right around the 21-yard line.
Well, even though they have a lead here, it's late in the 4th quarter, you still got to be unpredictable. Keep the defense on edge. As I always say, make the defense react and not attack. So make them guess what plays you're going to run.
2nd down and 9. He takes it on the counter. Tackle's made, and the first down is picked up.
Good job on the offense here with a good lead in the second half, picking up that first down, and that's what you want to do. Take your time, look at the play clock, take it down as low as you can, and keep picking up those first downs.
Well, it's a big performance in front of a primetime audience and a sweet victory in the end.
Of course, the players are not thinking about the fact that, hey, a lot of people are watching us here today in this game, but when you win, and then you sit back and think everybody was watching us and you played well, boy, that is some great experience.
What a memorable game this truly was. For Phil Simms, Danielle Bellini, and Larry Ridley, Jim Nance saying so long for now, and we leave you with the GMC Never Say Never moment of the game.